Yeah, she's going on tour.
Guess who he'll be taking with him? Tori Hart, the ex-wife of Kevin Hart. Now, isn't this just crazy? This after Katt Williams was talking so bad about her ex-husband. Now she is going on tour with a man. Looks like somebody's trying to get back at their ex that left them after they helped them with their career, and now she is getting that get back. I hope that it's gonna be worth it. Doesn't this man pay you child support? He might try to cut them child support checks out now that you're finna go on this comedy tour. You're gonna be earning your
Yeah, I can't listen to her for a long
I was like,
time.
I
She
hate her
was.
voice. God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sure we could find this is Kevin Hart's response.
You know, even Charlamagne, a lot of people were saying that Kat was trying to downplay your accomplishments. What to you is the driving force behind your success?
My success is my success. I want everybody to win. I love everybody.
I love that. Once again, you know, your ex-wife is going on tour with
I
Kat.
want everybody to win. I hope the tour is great.
I love that. So you are supportive of her. Thank you, Mr. Hart. I appreciate it.
Sounds like me.
Women nowadays are fucking crazy.
That's
I love
the
that.
new
You
Mr.
are
Fife.
I
The
love
new iteration
that.
of Fife.
I love
Oh,
that for
everybody
them. You know,
succeeds.
good for them. And
I love that. You're so supportive of her.
peace, love, and blowjobs, folks.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what would you expect Kevin Hart to say? He has an image that he's trying to put out and keep maintaining. So would you really expect him to trash talk? He hasn't trash talked anybody that I'm aware of. So would you expect him to trash talk Cat on this now?
Yeah.
They're just trying to get a soundbite, or an angry look, or anything. They're like vultures.
But that's why people so distrusting the celebrities. Like you trying to be too robotic. You know what I mean? Oh, nothing bothers me. You know, people.
I thought he was just being dismissive.
Down.
Yes, what you got from it?
I thought he was just being dismissive. He's like, yeah, whatever, don't care, leave me alone.
I want everybody to win.
Yep,
I love everybody.
I love that. Once again, you know, your ex-wife is going on tour with
I
Kat.
want everybody to win. I hope the tour is great.
I love that. So you are.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah,
from
that thumbs up was actually a flip off, but
Yeah.
that's how he felt.
That's war.
I mean, yeah, speaking from an ex-husband perspective, it's like, yeah, I have to agree with Karen. It's dismissive. I really wouldn't give a fuck. Like if you ask me about my ex-wife and her shit, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Hope they're all doing well. You know?
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't be a celebrity. I'm like, fuck that bitch and fuck him too.
Yeah, if Weaver blow up, if you Weaver blow up Cobra, you're the voice. You're the voice of me because I don't want to be stuck talking to cameras and shit.
Yeah, I'm the voice. I'm getting us a fucking what do you call
We gotta get us a PR manager.
PR manager. Hell yeah. I ain't the one to talk. See, I start off nice. You know, I start off nice. Like, you know, hey, Curtis is going through something that's between him and his wife. At this time, we should give them privacy. And I really don't give a fuck what y'all think about anybody on Metaphor. Y'all can all suck my dick. And then it's like, now we look bad. But yeah. That's fucked up though. I like the name of the tour, Dark Matters. I like that. That's the name of the tour that Kevin Hart. Katt Williams is taking Kevin Hart ex-wife on.
I mean, what else more is he supposed to say though? To be honest,
that's true.
I mean, he's smart to ride the train though. I mean, right now they way up here. So he's gonna make money regardless of what he talks about. So
I mean, Kevin is pretty much paid anyway. I mean, he got businesses and everything else. So whatever Katt Williams say, actually, it's probably just giving him more money because now his name is getting even thrown out more.
I don't know, man. I don't know what he put her through, you know, and vice versa. I just don't think I would do no shit like that.
No.
Well, she came after him in court though. Like, wasn't she saying like Kevin was a cheater, like he was cheating with his current wife before they got divorced, and she was throwing him. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what he did and everything. I'm sure it goes both ways, but she did say a lot of negative stuff about Kevin Hart too. So
I mean, he even took the hit. I think that was Laugh at My Pain, where he was talking about his ex-wife, and he was like, "It was my fault, I wasn't ready," and all that other shit. Like, I don't know.
That's true. He did do that. Yeah.
And then to go from that, to give her that room to still be unscathed, and you go on tour with my enemy.
Honestly, I think that's the best poison, though. When I think about it, if he said something negative, then she could be like, "Yeah, that's what you get. That's why I'm doing this to her." I think she would get a sense of pleasure out of if he said something negative. I think when he says, "Hey, I hope she does well," I think that would make her more angry.
I hope she does well too, so she can get her motherfucking hand out my pocket.
Well, I mean, if he said that, then that kind of goes back to the first scenario.
Hey, if I was him, I'd do a stand up and talk about, bring that shit up. Like, they think I was supposed to care. I ain't give a fuck. I want the bitch to get her hand out my motherfucking pocket, then start slapping heads with the men in the audience. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
I think
Two bitches with long
it.
hair that I don't care for going on tour. Whoop-de-doo. Shit. Fuck them. That's crazy. Mr. Fife, he don't know what we talking about. He's listening to 9 Inch Nails or something in his headphone. It's some black guys in the comment section like, he ain't got no right to talk about black relationships and problems and blah, 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 blah. That's crazy as hell. Same motherfuckers talking shit about him commenting on black issues. You like Four Brothers the movie, all right? Instead of 2 white men, we got Curtis to replace one of the white men. We got a light-skinned guy and we got a white guy, motherfucker. Same people who don't want Mr. Fife talking about black issues, talk about white issues, man. Shut the fuck up. We human beings. You dig? We're gonna talk about what the fuck we want to talk about. Stop trying to act like we cooning or something. He ain't said nothing out of hand. Do you think we're
recording though?
I am recording.
Oh, you are?
Hell, motherfucker, yeah, I'm recording.
Recording.
Hell yeah.
Free speech is important. Everybody should be able to say whatever they want. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah, this band in the USA, motherfucker. This ain't tamed in the USA. The title of the fucking podcast should have been a dead giveaway. It was gonna be some shit that you didn't agree with that was gonna be on here. It don't say the knitting circle. And it ain't the go along get along either, nigga. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that, Mr. Five.
I was like, go along, get along. What is this?
I can't win. I can't win.
See, hold on, man.
Like I always say, they keep eroding our free speech, and everybody want to fight to have our free speech taken away. When it come back to bite you, you're gonna regret it. It's getting worse and worse.
I'm still gonna ask Spike whatever his opinion is on black issues.
You can go ahead. I'm gonna try my best.
What's his opinion on what?
On black issues.
They setting you up, Mr. Fife.
Didn't get addressed or shouted out by Katt Williams during the Shannon Sharpe interview, are out here shamelessly trying to get some shine and some clout by trying to associate themselves with that interview. And they're taking different approaches to do so. Mike Epps came out and attacked Katt Williams and called him out for wearing a fake hoodie or fake jacket.
It's fucked up, man. He just should have wore something different. That's how.
Katt Williams is man, though. He said, I wish he would have talked about me and shit. Like, he just was playing. I can't believe he even added him into this shit.
That little hat that nigga had on, and that fake Fendi jacket.
During the interview, and then came out and said, bro, he was just hating, bro, because he wanted to be mentioned as well.
All right, I did get a little jealous, man. Katt broke the internet and didn't say my name, good or bad. I need the press too. Say something about me in there, man. Say something bad about me. I don't care. I got a special coming out. I need the press. Man, we did a movie together.
This should go without saying, but just in case you guys didn't know, these are grown men acting like this. These are grown men with kids and grandkids clout chasing to this extent.
You know, one thing I noticed about the content creating world is a lot of people who do podcasts or create content on YouTube, they pretend like shit that's obviously jokes or satire, like they pretend like it's serious to make content. It's so weird to me, like because it's clear, like Flacco ain't a fucking idiot. It's clear that Mike Epps was just joking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yet he's like got this serious stance, like, oh, this is a shame. Like, huh.
Now, Ari Spears is another one who is now speaking on Katt Williams to get some attention or some residual clout from the interview with Shannon Sharpe. And here's what Ari Spears had to say about the Katt Williams interview.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Ari Spears here. You know, a lot of people have been asking me on the Instagram about my thoughts on the Katt Williams situation, and he did mention me, which was a head scratcher because I don't know what I did to him.
We got to stop blaming the fans for why we want to speak on things. It's always, yo, the fans been telling me to speak on this, man. I ain't even want to speak on this. Nah, it was viral. You wanted to speak on it, and that's why you're speaking on it. Now, when Ari Spears says that Katt Williams...
No, that ain't always true. They do be on Twitter and shit like that, tagging motherfuckers until they finally say something. You can only ignore it if nobody else see it. You know what I'm saying?
Mention him. Bro, Katt Williams said his name once, and then Shannon Sharpe interrupted, and then Katt Williams never said his name again.
And all my enemies all look the same in the eyes, whether it's Faison, Wanda, Ari Spears, they all look like...
Man, what you gotta get? Like, Katt Williams ain't even finished a full thought about Ari Spears.
And, you know, I was going to save this for my podcast, but I might as well kind of get into it now. And basically, I'm going to repeat the same thing on my podcast. And, you know, again, people ask me what I thought about it. And I'm going to say this. You know, I think it's sad. It saddens me to know that my people, the people I love, black people, as well as everybody else, but my people come first, black people, we love drama. We love drama. We stew in it. We love it so much that we allow it to be detrimental to the progress of us and a culture. We absolutely love it. Because I'm asking myself, why did he do something that was both unnecessary and absolutely pointless?
Do black people love drama?
What do you think, Mr. Boy?
I think
Mr. Fife, do black people like fucking drama?
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think the human race, especially with the social media age, loves drama.
That's cap.
We ain't supposed to be letting a white boy comment on black issues.
I tried not to say it. I did, but you know, I'm an asshole. I can't help it.
I think the human race, especially with social media, loves drama.
Drama's what sells. It's always so.
If only black people like drama, drama wouldn't be mainstream. So.
Right.
Well, I couldn't say that, but
yeah, you couldn't have said it because anything a white person say could be twisted. Oh, so it ain't official unless white people like it too.
What is it with Negroes want to hate? They take this Martin Luther King approach. This is Ari Spears we're talking about.
When he say Negroes, you cover your ears, Mr. Fife. I don't want you to hear that nasty talk.
It's the same dude who went on Corey Holcomb podcast. He was so negative and instigated to the point where he got socked out and punched on. The same Ari Spears would do a Vlad TV interview once a month and speak on other people's business. But now he went and chastised Katt Williams for going on Shannon Sharpe and responding back to people who spoke on him first.
And in reading the comments, you know, it's I could tell we love drama by the shit we say, you know. Protect Katt at all costs. We got to protect Katt. He the GOAT. He the GOAT.
Now y'all see what this is really about, right? This is an old, hating, washed-up Negro who can't stand the fact that Katt Williams was getting some shot. This man literally just said, bro, what kind of nigga is you, bro? He just said he went through the
Hey, this nigga Flacco forcing it, bro. Like, I'm not supposed to talk about somebody that say everybody that hate on me got eyes like this and then call me by name. And then if I say something back, I'm clout chasing. I disagree.
Comment section, he's seen people giving Cat Williams praise and calling Cat Williams the GOAT. And that's what has him seething. He's seething that another black man got some praise, bruh. Yo, who raised you niggas, bruh?
And I want to address both those things. All right, number one, the GOAT thing is a useless title. Every comedian, every entertainer, every performer is the GOAT to their fan base. Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer are the GOATs to their fan.
I will say that this is Cap. That's not how it works, but you know, this part right here that he's doing is petty. Like he could have just left out all of this. It does seem like he's jealous. Like I'm the GOAT of Comcast. Like they get the fuck out of here. Like no.
Well,
you're either the GOAT or you're not. Like,
look at it from his point of view. Like imagine me telling you to, you know, whatever, and then everybody like protect him at all costs, you know, and
right, but I wouldn't be like if everybody came, well, a bunch of people came out and was like, he the GOAT, I wouldn't be like, he's not the GOAT, how dare you? I would come back like, man, yeah, I'm gonna come back with some spice. I'm coming back swinging the same way you swung. Like, let's go. But like, I think just saying like he's not the GOAT, everybody's the GOAT. I think that's that participation trophy bullshit. I hate it.
We all can't be the GOATs.
Yeah. There's no participation trophy.
Who's the Billy GOAT? That's Jay-Z said he the Billy GOAT because he got $1 billion.
Fan base. Wanda Sykes, everybody he called out, Ricky Smiley, Kevin Hart, Chris Tucker, they're all GOATs to their fan base. I get called a GOAT and a legend all the time. If you think I'm tooting my own horn, look at my comedy clips. Go through the comments. Aries, you a GOAT. You a legend.
Now, maybe I'm in a vacuum, but I've never seen a soul, entity, a being utter out of their lips, Aries Spears, you are the GOAT of comedy. I ain't never seen it. If it does exist, if people like that are out there, please point them to me because I've never seen it. But this is a man who believes that he's more talented than Cat Williams. He's more funny than Cat Williams. And he believes that he should be in a position that Cat Williams is currently in. And the fact that he sees people calling Cat Williams the GOAT is seethed his hating ass blood.
While that's flattering, it's a useless title. There can only be one GOAT.
Say that about Aries Spears.
Yeah.
Now, some of the names you said, Tyler Smiley, I don't think I've ever heard Tyler Smiley being called GOAT. But I've heard people say Aries Spears is one of the GOATs. I might not hear he's the greatest of all time, but I've heard that he was one of the GOATs.
Right. Well, that's what GOAT stand for, greatest of all time.
Right, but you saying you one of the GOATs, or are you saying
the GOAT?
He is the GOAT.
Did you guys know that LL Cool J coined that phrase?
I knew that. Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Bernie Mac is the GOAT.
Bernie Mac is the Billy GOAT.
His name was Richard Pryor.
You see how people are willing to contradict themselves when it comes to hating? This man, just a few seconds before, he stated there is no GOAT. Everybody GOAT is different. And then a few seconds later states there's only one GOAT, and that man is Richard Pryor. What?
See, that's what I'm saying. I think Flacco reaching because you just said that he said everybody has their GOAT and he picked Richard Pryor. Like you gotta relax. I never seen Flacco like this.
Is it?
He usually more on point.
Right? Is there a GOAT or is there not a GOAT? But this man is a hypocrite when it comes to hating on Cat Williams.
Yeah, I remember one of my favorite things to watch was the 30 for 30 with Shaq on ESPN when he was playing for the Orlando Magic. And in his younger days, he goes, when people would ask me whose team is it, when you're in your 20s, you care about shit like that. I had to let people know it was my team. But as I got older, I realized that's a useless title because the ultimate goal was to win a championship. So as far
I can't listen to him for 6 more minutes.
The thing about him, he comes off is the angry black dude. Right?
Yeah.
Every clip video I've seen him talk, he gets like that. And I'm just like, yeah, you're just gonna be labeled the angry black dude.
You know why he like that? In my opinion, he's
His
a
eyes are
mean.
like that.
No, he's a mean drunk.
Mm.
He's a mean drunk. That's why I do. And by the way, the dude that quote unquote socked him up, he fucking snaked him, and it was cowardly as hell the way he did it. He was punching him in the back of his head. Anybody
Yeah.
who thought that was dope that dude did that, they just don't like Aries spirits. Like I'm not gonna be the person just because I don't like somebody, you sucker punch them, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what he get. Like that was
No, anybody can be sucker punched. That's
yeah.
bullshit.
He's still if I felt like he was a bitch, Aries Spears was a bitch, he still would be a bitch, and you a bitch too for what you just did. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
If he's such a bitch, fight him and like do it to his face.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually agree with you, Cobra. I said the same thing when I first saw that video with him getting sucker punched. I was like, dude was sitting down. Aries Spears was sitting down. His face was looking in a whole different direction.
He was
and then
drunk
dude
as
hit him.
fuck.
Drunk as fuck. And then dude started hitting him in the head, in the back of the head. It's like, and he was getting cheered, like,
Yeah.
and I like Corey, but I thought Corey was bogus for that too.
He was bogus.
I was like Corey from the shot. I was like, but he bogus. he bogus for that.
Bogus. But he was bogus for doing it. But I'm not gonna lie, when he got into it with that dude who did that live, that was cringy to me. I think he was bogus for checking him publicly like that. But it was hilarious when he was like, "You shouldn't have beat the bitch up." Did you see that shit?
Corey is a nut. He's always been a nut. But,
He's like, it cost me 20,000. He was like, so you shouldn't have beat the bitch up. That nigga funny as hell, bro. Yeah, but that was some sucker shit. That I think dude named Spank or some shit. He shouldn't have.
I forgot what his name is. But they fell out. Corey and that dude fell out too, right?
That's what I'm talking about. When him and Corey got into that big argument live.
Yeah.
That was fucked up. Oh, that was so fucked up and cringe.
They would sound like two angry.
Never mind. Never mind.
Can't say that with me here.
Never mind. You got anything to say about black men, Mr. Fine?
I think all men are created equally, and I hope for a better world for all humans.
215 bodies.
Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi to be exact. It's been revealed 215 bodies were buried in unmarked graves behind a state jail in Jackson, of course. Attorney Ben Crump is now calling for an investigation.
Now, I want to say this real quick. I was not surprised by this. And the reason why I'm not surprised by this is because there are penitentiaries in Illinois where people loved ones have went missing. They got sentenced to jail and they never seen them ever again. And anybody in Illinois, you know, who's been to prison know what the fuck I'm talking about. Stateville, Madison Street, Menard Correctional Facility, Nigger Day. Yeah, they know what I'm talking about.
Families
I would
of the
say,
dead reportedly.
What?
That's not just in Illinois. That's in a lot of states across the U.S. Like they found plenty of places, especially like when they had like all the massacres and stuff like that. They found a lot of places where they found all these bodies, unmarked graves and stuff. So you never know. I mean,
now hold on. Now I can believe that, but to go to prison and to be missing, and this didn't happen in our lifetime. This ain't the shit I'm talking about. Ain't no shit from the 1800s or early 1900s. This shit has been going on since we've been alive. And
What I'm saying is because they have all these places with unmarked graves, they can kill anybody today. And like you said, just missing. But they already found these places where there are so many unmarked graves and dead bodies that they're finding. So
that's crazy. You would think in this day and age, right? If you find somebody like dead on the streets and you had to bury them, why not take a tissue sample in case, the family come along and say, hey, we got a missing family member, and you can, run a DNA against the tissue sample, a piece of it, to see, instead of just burying them and be like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know what I mean?
That's data tracking. You giving yourself away when they track data like that, because there's some kind of way it's going to be on a computer file. And if it's on a computer file, somebody, even if you erase it from the hard drive and stuff, there are people and techniques and stuff where they can go and still find that information. So.
They had no idea until last month. Some of them, those grave sites, were only labeled by a number and a metal rod. Joining us to talk about it, activist Arthur Silky Slim Reed, who also works with Ben Crump.
So, Arthur, this started with Dexter Wade's case back in March, right? He was an individual who was hit by a police officer, and his family thought he was simply missing, but he was dead and buried, and no one notified them.
Well, the thing about it is that he had identification on him, Isaiah, and the medical examiner gave it to the lead detective, who said he called, didn't get an answer, and they didn't worry about doing anything else. What we're finding, Isaiah, is that Mississippi is Mississippi. It's an ugly Mississippi. And this is sad because now we have 6 other individuals that has been put into the same grave. And if you look at the video from when we first went to that site, buzzards were flying overhead. And we were trying to figure out, why are the buzzards flying overhead? But it's because they're putting them in shallow graves, and the only thing that they're putting them in is a body bag without embalming the bodies. So the stench from the bodies are drawing buzzards there. It's so inhumane for anybody to.
Oh my God, they just giving
They don't care.
hero bucks.
Yeah.
I think they need to put all the people in the prison, I mean, the workers and stuff, the police, that whole entire city police, they all need to be locked up.
Anybody who involved need to be locked up.
Yep. And they shouldn't be able to investigate themselves. That's
yeah.
My internet cut out for some reason.
Don't worry about it. That's sad. That's sad as hell.
Oh, first back. So we got to get your opinion on these 215 bodies found in unmarked graves in Mississippi.
I need more context.
He had ID on them. That makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
They can't even claim that they didn't know. And they left witnesses. Like, they knew that the information was out there. Like, the embalmer had the ID and everything, and was like, y'all need to contact him. And the deputy was like, well, we called, fuck him.
We called one time. That's crazy.
Do anyone like that, Isaiah, is just horrible, is what we can say. And that's not even a word that we should use in a situation like this. It's something that we haven't seen.
And what we're seeing here is over 200 people in this, what they consider a pauper's grave behind the county jail there. And what you guys are learning in your investigation is many of these families were never called, were never notified. Many of them still think their family members, or thought their family members, were simply missing, but they were dead and buried and never got a call from any investigators, any law enforcement officials or authorities in Jackson, Mississippi.
That's right. And one of the things that we faced being Mississippi is that they thought that we were playing the race card. We have white clients as well. There were white people that were buried the same way, Isaiah. And any human being that's buried the way that they're burying these individuals, it says a lot about the people that's doing this criminal act. And the only thing that we're asking, because people always look at us when we're out fighting for civil rights of individuals, the only thing that we're asking in this case, we want you to do the right thing and give them a humane burial. And the city is, so it's crazy, Isaiah, to see something like that. It's 2023, It's not 1940. But to see them just dumping bodies in a grave like that, and no name, just a number. So they'll say, well, number 13, that's Arthur Reed. Number 21 is Isaiah Carey. But we don't really know until we get the remains. And then the remains had decomposed so bad, we just have to take them at their word. And when you look at the story,
that's crazy as fuck. That's egregious. I couldn't imagine, man. I couldn't imagine.
Imagine somebody you really loved and cared about was missing, and you find out they just put them in a bag and put them in a shallow grave, and buzzards were coming down eating them. Like that's a lot.
And the authorities did that.
And didn't even call you. You found out years later.
They told us that they would exhume this body at 12 noon, but they ended up taking this young man, Dexter Wade, out of the ground at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. They say, we were not going to allow them to embarrass us with those cameras. If you're not embarrassed by what you're doing, it's shame on you.
Absolutely incredible. Now, you guys, along with Ben Crump and I think Attorney Dennis Wheat, you all are asking for a federal investigation, that the feds come in and take a look at this and see exactly what's going on, because there's some questions as to Dexter Wade's death when he was hit by the police officer. Whatever happened with the officer in this case? And why wasn't his family ever notified that he was dead and not just a missing person? So bottom line, you want an investigation, right?
We think many civil rights were violated in Dexter Wade's case, not notifying the family, burying him without permission when you knew who he was. That's the key issue right there. You knew who this individual was. And if you look at the Dexter Wade case, it's sad, but Dexter Wade's uncle was killed by Jackson police, and they knew the family because they was involved in an ongoing lawsuit with that family, with Attorney Sweets, who you're talking about. So this is very, very, very troubling for us for you to know this family already, and for you to do something like this. This was adding insult to already injury that you had done to this family, Isaiah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't really even have any words for anything like that. Like,
it's so much.
Yeah.
No words here.
Yeah. That's depressing.
They need to disband that whole police station and all that stuff and figure out everything. Like, this.
You could shut the fuck up.
Oh, I know you got to say something about the dude, the one I kept posting, the flew over the bench for the judge.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to his psycho ass. We definitely gonna get to him. I feel like they did him kind of bogus, man.
That dude do not need to be in the public.
He don't need to be in the public. But I feel like he should be in a mental asylum. Like I feel like they hammed it up for social media. Like they about to give him like 600 years.
Yeah, that's a wrap. The thing is, though, like they closed most of those mental health facilities. That's why there's a lot more crime too. Like there's nowhere for these people with these really serious issues to go but jail in a lot of places.
Look him up. What was his name?
Deobra, something. It's like DEOBRA. DEOBRA.
DEOBRA?
Yeah, it just popped up. Deobra Red. No, go back. Yeah, that's the first one. Yeah.
It. When he get the
Hello, are you Mr. Redden?
Yes, I am.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, I have a few housekeeping matters to handle before we handle his case.
The man.
It sounds like she said I had a few ass kicking matters. Is that what I heard?
No. Housekeeping.
The
She
sentencing
pretty
hearing is
much
now
should have
charged with
said that.
attempted murder. Last week, Deborah Redden jumped over the judge's bench and attacked her. The attack happened while Redden was in
He
court to
charged
be
him with
sentenced in a
attempted
battery
murder for
case. You
that.
may have seen the video.
That's what I'm saying. I felt like that
That's
was
bullshit. Yeah.
That
He was
was-
trying to beat her ass, but he wasn't trying to kill her.
Yeah, that was excessive. I see people get off a lot when they get trumped up charges like that. Like they should have just got him for like assault, like a super assault, so whatever the worst assault is. But they like, fuck it, we going for the gusto.
It's gone viral.
And there's crime specific for when you attack like somebody working in a federal position too. So I'm
They
sure they
hit
got him on all
him
that shit.
with jumping on the elderly, attempted murder, assault on a public official, intimidation of a public official. Like,
Will serve 19 to 48
Oh,
months
that's fair.
in
Not
that
the
case.
attempted murder. The attempted
And
murder.
he's charged now with attempted murder, battery, intimidating a public officer, and a number of other charges for attacking the judge.
I don't know.
Attempted murder battery. So 2 counts of attempted murder. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't
He
think
was
so.
clearly trying to beat her ass. Like, he was clearly trying to
Look at
beat her ass.
this motherfucker got on the spit.
He made
hood.
headlines for attacking
That
a
was-
judge
that was
just as she
the-
was about to
when he
pronounce
went back.
sentence. And today he was back in court. And this time, security was on high alert.
Man, that dude was looking at him like, man, I beat your motherfucking
They
ass.
probably
I'm
just
right
beat
here.
his ass. They
Look how
probably
he
just beat
looking
his
at
ass.
him. Look how
Yeah.
he look. He looking in the back of his head like, bro, I'll knock your ass out. You try that while I'm standing right here.
So, what makes it attempted murder? Like, if I beat someone's ass, can they still say it's attempted murder?
If they want to.
Or is it just battery or assault?
I think it's just battery, but usually prosecutors go for the gusto. Prosecutors are clout chasers just like anybody else in society today. So that makes it more sexy to hit him with attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't even have a weapon.
They're saying he wanted to beat her to death. Like, he just wanted to beat her ass. She was talking shit.
I don't know. People may take it the wrong way, like I'm caping for old boy, but I'm not. I'm just saying, what is jail gonna do for his mental health?
Nothing.
I think it's motive. Like, if he argued the motive and said like he was maybe just saying, "Oh, I wasn't trying to kill her. I was just wanted to beat her or something." If he said that, I think they probably wouldn't be able to pin that charge on him. But I mean, he's not gonna say anything, and like they're gonna go, like you said, they're gonna go for a gusto. So
They just pushing him down the assembly line. Like, they like, she asked that not the judge that he jumped on, the other judge in blue. She asked him, did they give you the paper about the case? You're asking somebody who has schizophrenia for confirmation on, like, do he understand what's going on? Like, bro, if
he
they would
answered
have,
the question though, didn't he?
that don't mean shit. He could, if they would have gave him, 20 years in the mental asylum, I'd have been like, cool. Like, attempted murder so he can be in jail acting crazy and you not dealing with his mental health. I don't know. They wouldn't have did that to no fucking woman, bro. They wouldn't. Women full on murdering their children out here, and you can see in the comment section a whole bunch of women like, oh, you don't know what it's like, what we go through. They be like, fuck them babies. I know as a woman what that feel like. Now here it is, a man with mental issues just physically harm somebody, and you like, no, he getting the death penalty. Like, I don't know, man.
I've never been, but do they have like some kind of like mental health help or therapy in jail that you can opt to take?
No, they just give you pills. They call your name like 2 or 3 times a day. You take a pill and you go back just doing whatever you was doing. There's no mental asylums in jail.
That seems very productive.
Yeah.
Well, they don't give a shit. When they privatized the prison system, all that shit went out the window. Like, they just need the bodies in there so they can make the money.
Yeah, originally it was prison was for supposed to be rehabilitation, but like what Curtis said, since they started privatizing prison systems, I don't even think rehabilitation is even part of the system anymore.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a revolving door now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, even if they, you know, just like I mentioned with the women who harm their own children or this guy, even if they was to like put him in a mental asylum for like 5 years and be like, all right, you know, you've been going to therapy, you've been on a regimen with your medicine, your ass is fully able to understand what's going on and what you did. We sending your ass to jail. I'd be fine with that, but just to jump right to jail, it seemed kind of cruel to me.
Well, yeah, he probably doesn't have a full grasp of what he did even.
Yeah.
Like, he was just mad, so he did what you do when you're mad. Like,
he's obviously psycho.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not buying it.
You still think he's Sabius? He's in a fucking Hannibal Lecter mask. How long are you gonna go on with this whole it's an act shit?
Because he had a bunch of charges the first time. If it was like mental and apparently it sounded like just from the first footage when he actually jumped in there, like he didn't get jail time before. That's why the judge was like, no, I think, you know, he needs a new taste, because from all that previously to me tells me he never suffered any jail time. That's why he's like, I don't think I should go to jail. And then when she like, no, I think you need a taste, and then he goes and jumps and attacks her. So now I agree with you on I don't think it's attempted murder, but I mean, from perception, he done went, fuck you, bitch, and went and hurled himself over the bench. And I know they said he spit on her and kicked her and all this other stuff. I'm just not buying it.
Right, those aren't the actions of a rational thinking mind.
I just don't understand how he don't know that.
Like, a rational person isn't going to be like, okay, I've got a year and a half in prison, let's up it to 50 to life. Like, a normal person isn't going to do that.
Like, what was his end game? Like,
right, I'm gonna stay in forever now. Like,
what the fuck? And if I had anything to do like with his case or his trial, I probably would. I think the word is recuse myself, because it reminds me. I'm not going to speak on nobody's personal business, but I once knew someone like him, and they did. And you know, they were sending him to jail a lot. He never got the help that he need.
I agree with you, Cobra.
It's kind of sad.
Is nobody gonna state the obvious fact that, man, she's a MILF?
Which one? The first judge or the new one?
No, her right there on the screen.
Oh, she was newscaster.
She can get it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Was on high alert.
They're taking no chances this time. The out-of-control
I missed out.
Ah, she's right there on the screen.
Oh yeah, definitely. She could knit me a sweater.
It's like I'm gonna fuck you, and then we're gonna read Betty Crocker cookbooks later tonight.
Oh shit! Fucking watch Lifetime, you know.
Some Hallmark movies together.
I would have fuck her and watch Yellowstone.
On high alert.
They're taking no chances this time. The out-of-control defendant who leaped over the bench to attack a judge was back in court today. A spit hood covering his head, his hands in shackles with special coverings.
I could see Sabius as the judge, like, hey, he's eating his own fucking hand. I'm not buying it. Like, he did his ass to jail.
He probably looking like that now because they whooped his ass. So he's like, yeah, I bet.
I thought this is the same day.
The next, well, no, this was a couple days later.
Okay, and look how swole the black man is. Look at the arms on this dude.
They said he was gonna have a whole bunch of deputies.
No, fuck a whole. I didn't say nothing about the numbers. This nigga got arms like a tree trunk. And look at the other dude. He's big as fuck too. They looking like they want to whoop his ass now.
They probably pre-whooped his ass. Right? Whooped his ass.
Like you went after a judge.
They look. You know what they look and saying to me? remember what the fuck I told you in the back.
Yeah.
That's what that look is looking like.
Already. That's why I think that look to me is more him terrified because they whooped his ass before he went.
Well, someone with mental health does still experience fear. Like they have mental health. They're not fucking brain dead. Like you, like he cognitive. He answered the question. Like, yeah, motherfucker, he not dead. He has mental issues. Like,
once again, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying mental issues from that.
Y'all just ever do things though because you're like, fuck it, I don't care. Fuck it, let's just do it.
Yeah, but usually I'm not turning a misdemeanor into a Class X felony.
Well, no. I'm saying like, I don't think he really gave a fuck about what these were they sheriffs, police officers. What I don't think he gave a fuck what they're gonna do to him. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And his twisted.
Oh, I see what you're saying. He's just like,
what the
I
fuck?
did
what
I
have to
did.
Lose?
Fuck it. Yeah.
That man leaps like a damn deer over a fucking barbed wire fence.
Yeah, I mean, he said all this stuff prior to him hopping over that bench. He was like, I'm a good person, or I've changed my ways. I know that all that to me, that don't sound like he got issues mentally.
He was coached.
That does, because for you to think that's going
you saw that attorney. He wasn't doing his job.
For you to think that's going to work when your attorney is standing 8 feet away from you. You got 10 domestic violence charges. He had 3 armed robberies. He's going to court for domestic violence. Then you turn around and intimidate the witness, right? With threats of death and assault.
Wait a minute, intimidate the witness? That's what he did?
He intimidated the person that he's going to court for.
Yeah, I think he was on probation right then.
And intimidated them. That means he's nuts. I've seen dudes like this before. They don't know how to stop. And that's why I'm glad that they got him off the streets, because there's some woman out there that he's beating on and terrorizing. That woman's probably, man, when he did that shit, that was her blessing. Whoever that woman is, when he jumped over that bench at that for that judge, that was that woman's blessing.
Probably saved her life, yeah.
Yeah, because it took it from him being gone for 20 months is what he was facing to probably 20 years. Easily.
Be that as it may, I don't think that all that, I agree, that could be a blessing for the woman and everything. But that just doesn't make him mentally to me.
Out of all the shit we just do, that sound like you know who you sound like? You sound a lot. Whoever that judge was for Jeffrey Dahmer case, you must be him reincarnated, because they show how Jeffrey Dahmer fucking killed 43 people. He melted their bodies in vats of acid and poured it down the tub. He put somebody's penis in the refrigerator. He ate somebody's bicep with A1 sauce. He had a head in the refrigerator. I mean, like, he had a body busted open on the side of his tub with the rib cage blown out. You can Google that. And that judge looked at him and said, he's saying he can stand for trial. The man was drilling holes in people's head, pouring acid in it. He had a fucking altar to worship the devil, but yet he said he was the devil, which never made sense to me. And they looked at him and said, you know what he's saying?
It's when you say sane, I'm just saying they don't mean, it's obviously something wrong with him. So I don't mean like he's perfectly normal, healthy, and mentally conditioned. Same case for Jeffrey Dahmer. All I'm saying is he has enough, I guess, sanity to face. He knows he's doing something wrong, and he knows he shouldn't be doing it. Jeffrey Dahmer knew he was doing something wrong. Otherwise, he wouldn't have tried to lie to the police and try to cover up.
That's what he said. He covered it up.
Yeah. So to me, he's cognitive enough. He's sane enough to face the consequences. So let him face the consequences.
Yeah, I think Jeffrey Dahmer was sane enough. I mean, the man apologized for everything. I mean, if you're at the point where you're apologizing for doing things to people or to doing things that affect other people, man, you're confident enough to stand trial. I mean, if you're apologizing and you're feeling remorse, I feel like if you're fucking straight up a psychopath, you're not feeling remorse.
Yeah, that's one of the traits of a psychopath. Now, psychopaths are very manipulative, so they will apologize to trick people, but they do not sincerely apologize. They don't have it in them.
I agree with what Sabius and Mr. Fife is saying about Jeffrey Dahmer, but I don't know, man. I think I bring that case up a lot because my beef with that case is I feel like the judge reshaped the rules to get the outcome that he was looking for a political stance. Like he knew everybody would have been in an uproar if he would have put him in a mental asylum like they did Ed Gein. You know what I'm saying? But so you just like, oh yeah, that seemed perfectly fine to me, only because he had enough sense not to want to be caught. I don't know, man. We got to redefine what mental illness is, because people think mental illness is you just like drooling, fucking brain dead, and you have no idea that what's right from wrong. But you can argue that in his case, like he fucking jumped at a judge live in front of fucking everybody. Do that seem like somebody who understands like what's about to happen to them for doing that?
I mean, I agree with that too. I mean, the example you used, I mean, there is definitely screws loose with Jeffrey Dahmer. There is no doubt about that. But then you look at people from the same era, for example, like John Wayne Gacy. Now he was totally sane because the man definitely knew he was killing kids and other dudes, and the man purposely buried them in his basement to hide them.
And he had a ritual. He was tying people up and saying, "Hold on, wait, I need to transform into Pogo the clown before I kill you, so it can even be more indulgent."
And then he hid from he didn't hide. He maneuvered around when he knew the cops were like watching him.
Yeah.
So confidently thinking that they had nothing on him. That's somebody who just thinks they're
he was arrogant.
He's too smart for his own good at that point, or he thinks he is.
Yeah. I guess y'all right. I don't know, man. I just think you fucking nuts if you can.
Ted Bundy was not nuts. Ted Bundy was just
Ted
thought
Bundy
he
was a genius.
He thought he was
slick. Yeah, him and Edward Kemper, they tested high on IQ tests. Yeah, he thought he was slick. Yeah, I don't know, man. This guy here, man. I just really think he needs some mental help. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, if that was somebody's kid, if that was one of our sons, we'd be like, man, he really need help. And they just like, they using the sword on him a little bit too much. And okay, fuck it. You know what? I'll say this. Let's split the baby. Fuck it. Lock him up. Throw him in jail. All right, cool. But attempted murder?
Yeah, I call bullshit on attempted murder.
I agree with that. I think the attempted murder might be a little stretch.
And you shouldn't be stretching it, because what if he could get off? If with a lot of court cases, if you can't prove one thing, I forget what they say. It's in Latin, but it means lie about one thing, lie about another. But he could get off just because they charged him so high. Like, why jump to attempted murder?
Well, I think they might try to pin the attempted murder charge because they know, like you said, people could argue that it's not attempted murder. So then they'll lower his, his sentence because it's not actual attempted murder. But he got 12 other charges that I don't think that's. Sure, they might give him a lesser count of battery, but you still got 12 other charges of battery and assault and everything else. So there's still gonna be multiple.
What if they give him 200 years and then everybody get up in arms about that? Because I can see people being like, man, that was excessive right there.
Man, we should do it. Start the movement. I don't think I can even hold a straight face while making that argument. It's so ridiculous.
We keep this podcast going. We're gonna be right next to his ass.
At least 8
my bad. Go ahead.
court officers stood at the ready if he tried anything. He also faced the same judge he attacked when he made that flying tackle over the bench last Wednesday.
I want to make it clear that I am not changing or modifying the sentence I was in the process of imposing last week before I was interrupted by defendant's actions.
Judge Mary Kay Holthus sentenced Deobra Redden today to a minimum 19 months in prison for attempted battery.
She ain't got no jokes that time.
I did notice that she was a lot more professional. She was like,
I guess we was all right, motherfucker.
Last Wednesday.
I want to make it clear that I am not changing or modifying the sentence I was in the process of imposing last week before I was interrupted by defendant's action.
Yeah, last week she would have been like, you think after what you pulled, I'm gonna motherfucking let you. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish before my. Yeah, all of that shit is gone now. She getting straight to the point.
She forgot how to be an asshole. Blows to the head. It's not funny. You shouldn't hurt people. Shouldn't hit women, etc. However, you also shouldn't antagonize clearly crazy people. That's all I'm saying.
If you got a problem with anything that we saying, our name is Mr. Fife.
Yo, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
And fuck all y'all.
I didn't even get to say I was Mr. Fife yet. So cheated.
You didn't make your decision on what
Right.
you stand on.
I was about to, but still.
And silly Hulk Hogan still never changed his name.
I feel like this
Silence,
blood of everybody's hate. Everyone hates me.
This